You talk about a couple of concepts in the Bible Reset, and one is biblical literacy, and the other is biblical fluency. Can you
Hmm.
help understand what those categories are? How are they similar? How are they different?
Yes, absolutely. So this is a kind of something that I started differentiating once I got into the Bible world. And in the Bible world, you're always kind of keeping an eye out for new research that's coming out about how people are doing with the Bible. And in the Bible world, you see a lot of articles about declining Bible literacy. Bible literacy is down. People, churches are struggling with a Bible illiteracy epidemic, all this different stuff. And when you actually look at the studies that measure Bible literacy, a lot of it is based on, how many of the 12 disciples can you name? Or how many of the 10 commandments can you recite? And based off of how well you do with some of those things, that's how they measure your Bible literacy. And I'm like, okay, so like that's the bar is how good are you at Bible trivia? Like, I feel like we can do a little bit better than that in kind of what we're striving towards. And so for me, Bible literacy relates to Bible fluency in that they're both important, I would say, but I think Bible literacy is a prerequisite for Bible fluency, which is really our true goal, right? I liken it to learning a foreign language. So in high school, from 8th through 12th grade, I took German and spent so many hours learning vocabulary and conjugating verbs and like in the classroom trying to get a handle on this language. And I would say by the time I graduated, like I kind of maybe knew a little bit of German, like, but it was always, I could maybe go get through a few sentences around a pretty narrow topic. But like, what if I had moved to Germany for a couple
Right.
of years and just immersed myself in the language and the culture and just kind of passively absorbed German? I think I would have become a lot more fluent. And so I think as it relates to Bible reading, fluency is where you can say, sit down and speak off the cuff for 5 or 10 minutes about the Sermon on the Mount. Or you can say, if somebody said, hey, what happened during Jacob's life? And you can just kind of sit down and just go through it. And the Bible's just kind of in your bones and you know it well enough to where you
Yeah.
can just speak off the cuff about things. I feel like that should be the true goal and not necessarily how many facts and figures do you remember, how many, how well would you do at Bible Jeopardy. And so both are important, but I think literacy sets us up well for fluency.
The really helpful categories and to make those distinctions. And I appreciate the comparison to learning a language. And it's one thing to be able to give some vocab words and conjugate some verbs. It's quite a different to get on the bus and get
Hmm.
to the right town that you're trying to get to and ordering lunch. I mean, there's a real difference between
Exactly.
those things, and people can appreciate that.